Hey friends, and welcome back to another episode of This is for the Soul, the podcast, and I'm your host, Brianna Sade. So before we get into this episode, there is no video content, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I put episode 3 and 4 on YouTube, and I impulsively did that because I made a promise to myself that I would be consistently posting something every week, and I was scrambling the day I put up episode 3. I did have a plan for doing YouTube, just not at this moment, because I needed to take a step back and realize that I do know myself, and I just can't manage but so many things at once. My brain will literally go bonkers. But I just didn't want to overwhelm myself, because once I get overwhelmed, I shut down and then I give up, and I don't want to give up. So I'm just going to focus on one thing at a time, keep building myself up. But once upon a time, I really did want to do YouTube, and I still want to pursue it, i.e. why I never got rid of my channel. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. Anyways, if you haven't watched or listened to those last episodes, feel free to check out the YouTube channel. I changed the name to This is for the Soul, the podcast. And yeah, I'm not completely saying that I'm giving up on the idea of YouTube. I'm just trying to pace myself. So stay tuned. But with that being said, I'm not really sure where I want to go with this episode. I know what I want to talk about, but I guess this is just kind of going to be a rant, because if you know me, then you know that I'm big on improving myself spiritually, and lately it's just been a lot, and I think I'm at the point in my journey where I'm experiencing some sort of ego death. A lot of things just don't interest me anymore. And I've faced some tough challenges recently, but I've been spending a lot more time alone, enjoying my own company. And since I moved, it's been very peaceful. I appreciate nature. I basically have 3 pets now, and for all of my pet lovers out there, pets are definitely like children. They are, but I love them. And it's like in the span of a year, I've just been going through some deep healing within myself and my personal relationships. This is why I started this podcast, and healing isn't easy, and trying to unlearn old habits to form better ones. It's a process. I have my high vibe days, and then I have those days where I completely feel shitty about myself. But I literally feel like a part of me is dying, and the other part is trying to still hold on, or I guess you can say mourn in a way. That sounds really morbid, I know, but that's just how I feel. It's just a constant battle between my conscious self and my shadow self, and the darker side of me that likes to come out to play from time to time. But I also think with maturity, a lot of things that I did resonate with in the past, they're just not resonating with me anymore, because I am getting older and I'm starting to see things a lot differently. But I'm actually very proud of how far I've come, because the progression has been so real. The amount of confidence and drive that I have in myself now is tremendous compared to 2 years ago. Like, I've learned, and I'm still learning how to let things go, control my anger, facing my fears, things like that. And stepping outside of my comfort zone is still a little bit difficult for me, but at least I'm putting in the effort and I'm trying, And I just know that I have to take things one day at a time, because life is really about enjoying the journey. But of course, there's still a side of me that tries to bring me down and stir me in the wrong direction. That's life. Everything is not supposed to be love and light all the time. And I think that's where a lot of people get false misconceptions about being spiritual, because you have spiritualists who talk about all the good things and how if you don't do this and if you don't live your life like this, then this is how your life will turn out, basically. And then you have the other end of the spectrum where they push out the narrative that spirituality and being spiritual, they push out this narrative that if you want to be spiritual, then you have to be on this dark, scary path and make all these drastic changes to transform your life. And it scares the shit out of people, which makes people stray away from the idea of spirituality altogether. But that's a bunch of bullshit to me, because everybody's journey is unique to them. There are plenty of tools and people that can aid you in the process. We are in a new age, and it seems like all the taboo subjects and astrology and spirituality are being brought up to the surface because we literally are awakening, and this generation is literally the key to healing our future. But at the end of the day, you have free will to do whatever you want, and that's the beauty of it. It's up to you to make any decisions that you want to make to better yourself. The smallest decision could mean the biggest thing to you, but to other people they might not get it. But as long as you know that's what you wanted to do, then by all means. No, you don't have to meditate every day. No, you don't need crystals. And no, you don't have to cut everybody off and go into a state of solitude until you are fully healed. I don't even meditate every day. And if I'm being honest, the healing process never ends. It's a process of evolution. It's a process of growth and learning from all the situations that you've been through in life. And there are so many spiritual misconceptions and stereotypes that can be debunked, and I could speak on this for hours. However, what I will say though is that it can get lonely, because naturally as you grow and you move along your own path, you'll begin to notice, like, over time, not everybody is going to agree with you or be on the same route as you. And the things that you resonate with might not resonate with others, but that's 100% okay. It's okay, because with that, it just comes with acceptance and allowing the universe to align yourself with the people and the things that are truly meant to be in your life. And to be honest, that's the part that I've had the most difficulty with lately, because I do hold on to a lot of things, people, and even objects if they were of value to me, because surrender is not easy at all. And the universe has been telling me that I've needed to surrender a couple of things, and I'm very stubborn and I've learned my lessons. But I'm also a Libra, and us Libras, we do naturally value our partnerships and relationships, but it does become a lot harder, and it becomes draining when you are self-aware and you know deep down inside that you must let that thing or that person go and you don't want to. But these past couple of months, I've had to let some people go that I've really cared about, but everybody has their seasons in life. And we were just on different paths, you know. And total transparency, I've been an emotional wreck and I really cared about these individuals, you know. And I've always also been a crybaby, so currently trying to get myself together still, but I will eventually get over it. But the one thing that I do keep reminding myself is the universe never works against me. It works for me, because energy flows all around us, and sometimes certain energies no longer deserve to hold space in our lives because that's just not the direction we're going. But that also doesn't mean that they can't come back, but they can come back renewed, and if the timing is right. So this time though that I have by myself has literally forced me into self-reflection and just learning that Yeah, in the past, I've been fucked up, but it's okay because I'm gonna get through it. And I'm getting to know myself more every day. I learn something new. I just am soaking up all the knowledge right now. And most of the time, people do fear being alone because then there's nobody around but you and your thoughts. And we don't want to always face our thoughts all the time, because our thoughts can lead us down this rabbit hole that can be very, very hard to get out of. But isolation can be good for the soul because it doesn't have to last forever. And sometimes our shadow selves and our egos tend to get a hold of us, and and we lose control, and it's hard to regain that control. But shadow work is one powerful way to resolve that. I can do a whole another episode on it. You can also meditate, become more grounded in present energy, practice gratitude, say affirmations. All of these are tools and guides to lead you in your own journey. Also, there is research. Research is very important because you don't want to do anything that's going to harm you or be detrimental to you. But anyways, I know what my path looks like, and no matter what, I know that I must stay strong and show up for myself always, no matter what. I hope that you all took something from this today, and just know that whatever season you're in, whether that be good or bad, you're not alone. You are not alone, and you are loved. But all right, friends, I'm going to end this episode right here. As always, I am so grateful to all. Thank you so much for listening. And don't forget to leave a comment or a review so we can push this out to the world and spread the love to more people. Love y'all. Bye.